Hey there, it's Toby, and before you get started on this episode, I wanted to tell you about our sponsor, Retro Pop Relics. Retro Pop Relics has been creating some of the coolest 3D printed giant video game cartridges. If you visit RetroPopRelics.com, you can see a bunch of the cartridges that are already available, like Chrono Trigger, Super Mario World, Spider-Man Maximum Carnage, Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, and even Green. These are perfect decorations for your game room, so again, go check out RetroPopRelics.com, and if you use the promo code GENIE at checkout, you'll get 10% off. RetroPopRelics.com. Enjoy the show.
BadSecretMedia.com. I hate Bad Secret Media.
Hey there, gamers. Welcome to the Secret Levels podcast. On this week, I hope you got your thinking caps on, because you're gonna need them, and boy, ever are you gonna need them. Really clasp them on tight to your heads, because we got some mind-boggling puzzle fun coming up at you right now.
I am player one, Toby.
And I am player 2, Goobs!
And we do a weekly retro video game review show where we take an old game and we figure out, is it good or is it bad?
We play through it, we get the ins and outs of it, we give some fun facts, we rage about it, we do all sorts of things.
And then we rate it at the end.
Yes, from 1 to 10, because we're simple folk, as Toby says.
And we're also a part of the Somebody's Network, where there's a ton of great shows that you should be checking out. They're all some buddies of ours.
Yes, you're never alone when you got some buddies.
That's right. And you can find the Instagram and Twitter at somebodiesnet. So go check out some of the great shows a part of the network.
Support all of our friends, because they support us. With hugs and handjobs.
Ooh, we got dirty real quick in this one.
Oh, fuck, we need to throw it in there. We're talking about the somebodies, man.
That's right. So, today, we are going to be talking about just a little game, just a little game.
Little game with a little blue man in it. We're not talking about Mega Man. I wish we were. Trust me, I wish we fucking were.
What's funny is my 4-year-old kept watching me play, and he was like, I want to play Sonic. He thought it was Sonic the Hedgehog, so.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
We're not talking about good games here.
Yeah, we're not talking about Mega Man. We're not talking about Sonic. We are talking about Adventures of Lolo.
People are going to be like, well, you said Lolo's not a good game. I will explain myself, motherfuckers.
So, this game was released in North America on April 20th, 1989, and in Europe on February 21st, 1991.
It was released on 4/20. 4/20, man. April 20th.
Yeah, it sure was.
So this game would be something to wrap your mind around. Like, oh, man, I just fucking smoked some reefers, It wasn't legal at the time in Canada, but I got the reefers from the man and the devil's lettuce, and I go and got this Lolo game, man. It's a fucking mind-blowing puzzle game, man. It opened up my mind. Zion.
Okay.
Well, this game was developed by HAL Laboratory, and it was published by HAL America.
HAL's a good company, man. We like our HALs.
Yeah. The
Wiener Dog.
It seems like we accidentally do HAL or Capcom games a lot. Have you noticed that?
Well, we just go for the big ones now.
Yeah.
Nothing but popular games here, nonstop. No.
So this game was released on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
The Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power.
And it is a single-player puzzle game.
It'd be kind of different if it was 2-player, but we could touch on that at a later time.
Right. So, do you want me to tell you the story of this game?
Let's hear the story of our little blue friend who's looking for his little pink girlfriend. Because everyone's in it for the stink of the pink. Well, he's a little blue ball. Come on, he's got to finish off. And he shoots little white balls out of him. Like, come on here. There's sexual innuendos and everything.
Yeah,
if there isn't, I will find it.
You just took away my innocence forever for this game. This, damn it, you. Oh, man. Okay, so the story. The king of a country called Eden sends the prince...
See? There we go.
They send the princess Lala to find help to save them from
the Great Devil.
She tries to find help from Prince Lolo. And as they are on their way back,
the Great Devil
kidnaps Lala right in front of Lolo. To save Lala and Eden, Lolo must go to the devil's haunted castle to stop him. Lolo doesn't have strength or agility, but he is courageous and has a high IQ and a lot of patience, which he's gonna need.
At least he does.
Which is funny, that last line about he doesn't have strength and he doesn't have agility. That came straight from the manual.
So
I thought that
if you wanted to have a fast-paced action game, not finding it here.
So this game should take, on average, about 3 hours to beat. But
if you're goobs, it takes 12.
Well, there is a speedrun.com record, and this record is for 22 minutes and 23 seconds by the user named CL Chambers 00.
Yeah, that's what you get for being a fucking mathematician.
No shit. So, you know, Goobs, on our last episode, the Garfield episode, we talked about there not being very many records for it, and we could get a speedrun record.
I'm not even interested in this one. There's no fucking way I'll get it.
There's only 5 rankings, so we could still be in the top 10. The slowest one is 31 minutes and 25 seconds. So
that's a pipe dream.
I'm going to send in my 2 or 3 hour run that I did the other day.
Go for it. At least we can say one of us are speedrunners.
Oh.
So we both know in real life we're not breaking no speed limits.
No, not at all.
Unless we're in a car.
Right. How about we move on to some gameplay?
I would love to. So this game pretty much is a top-down puzzle-solving kind of game. You're given a level. I went into this fresh-faced. I haven't played this game. If I did, I played it as a kid and totally forgot about it until playing it recently this week. I go into this, I'm like, okay, I gotta figure this out. It reminds me kind of like a box mover kind of game. Top-down, where you gotta move the box to a certain area, and then you complete your goal. But this one has multiple enemies in the way that can get very frustrating for some people if you don't know what the fuck is going on. And you gotta really take your time and figure out your paces, because sometimes your steps can fuck you over.
Yep, that's...
There's enemies that will come in your way and sleep in front of you, and if you don't have some way to get them out of the way, like a weapon or something, you're screwed. You gotta start again.
Yep. So, in each level, your goal is to collect all these hearts that are around the stage, and it unlocks a treasure chest, and then you go get the gem or pearl or whatever it is that's in the chest. When you get that, for some reason, it unlocks the door, and all the enemies disappear, so you can just walk to the door.
Yes, I love when that happens, because you have an enemy right on your ass, so you get the pink pearl of justice, grab that, poof, vanquish your enemies. Yes, you feel like you're fucking Thanos.
Yeah, you just...
I just snap your ass.
Just disappear. So, sometimes when you collect a heart, you will receive projectile weapons, the little white bullet thing that Goobs was talking about.
That encapsulates your enemy. You can shoot them, and then you can hit them off the stage.
Yeah, so when you shoot them, it puts them like in an egg, and you can scoot it around, so you can block other enemies or
Or
whatever.
you can ride them down a river, because that's a fucking thing I didn't know I had to do.
Yeah, you can shove them into the water and ride them around the map and stuff. You can also shoot them twice because usually you get 2 bullets.
Kind of like the bubble. Like, you hit them, off they go.
Yeah, so if you shoot it twice, it'll knock off the character, but they will usually respawn. So,
But hopefully they're out of your way after that happens. Because sometimes they'll just block a path that you have to go through. And so you can knock them out of the way, but then they'll come back. But hopefully you don't have to backtrack and you got that heart in that area already.
right. Now, if you shoot them and put them into the egg, if you wait too long, they crack out of it and you can't move the enemy around anymore. Like, they're just wherever they come out of the egg.
See, I thought it was more like a cocoon. I was thinking, like, this guy's really fucked up, this Lolo.
Well, it is an egg, and that's what I've always thought it was, but doing the research for this game, I can confirm that is an egg, and we'll get to that in the very limited fun facts we have for this game.
Yeah, there's multiple enemies that you face off in this. There's skulls that come at you. There's snakes. There's sleepy dragons, as I mentioned before. There's pink guys that shoot at you, and they're dicks. There's spike throwers, like little tiki god things. You have to move the blocks. There's like blocks sometimes you gotta move around in a specific way so you can block enemies or block projectiles for coming at you. And you learn this by a very strict trial and error.
Right. So, yeah, a lot of these enemies will stay still until you get all the hearts, and then they, like, wake up.
Oh,
Like
that's
you
such
said,
a
there's,
bitch. You're like, I got 1 heart left. You grab it, and then all these skulls come rushing at you. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, so the skulls, they sit there until you get the last heart, and then they start trying to chase your ass down. The worms, they don't harm you, but they do get in your way. You can move them around. The Medusa-looking heads, they shoot if you get in their path. Like, I guess their gaze kills you.
That's why I thought I called them tiki gods when I first saw them.
Well, then there's the little demon thing that moves back and forth that throws the daggers. That's kind of like the Medusa ones, which I always thought that looked like the Medusa. Yeah, he's kind of like a pinkish red color.
Yeah, like the one that's in the last level. You got to run down a whole line of them.
Oh no, that's like the little dragon thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those dragon things spit fire, and if once you wake them up with the hearts. So, but yeah, no, I'm talking about the little guy that he just usually runs up and down or left and right, back and forth in the same pattern.
Oh, okay.
And if you get now, I didn't know I just thought he was a demon that threw daggers, but apparently his name is Dawn Medusa. I found that out by the manual.
Hey, it's 2018, man. You can change the gender of Medusa, no problem.
Yeah.
Or he could be the Dawn, you know?
Yeah. And then there's an armadillo type thing that he's really fast and he'll chase your ass down, but as soon as he's like coming straight at you, he changes into he turns into a ball and spins at you really fast.
Yeah, he's a dick. Everything is up to kill Lolo in this game, and it's not a pleasant time if you have no clue what you're getting into.
Right. And let's touch on the one that falls asleep. There's one character that's awake no matter what. Like, it doesn't matter if you have all the hearts. He's going to come and try to block your path.
But you can kind of trigger the way he goes. If the level's big, like, you can kind of dick around on one side, he'll stay in one area. But once you move over, like, you can kind of pick the path he's going to go by where your sprite is on the screen.
Right.
It only took me 20 lives to figure that out.
If you don't do it right, he will block your path. And there's these big white block characters. I forgot about these. I didn't even write these down. But they do the same thing, except they'll push your ass into a corner, and then you're just stuck.
Yeah, they won't hurt you, but they'll get you stuck, so you got to restart.
Yeah, so that's the thing. When you get stuck or stumped and cannot figure out the puzzle, you can hit select and kill yourself, so you can start again.
See, I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Because, like, instead of restarting the fucking game, because we're talking about NES here.
Yeah, this could be NES harder.
Like, I played mine on the Switch because it had, the game was recently released on the Switch Online, so I'm like, okay, I'll play it on there, because I never really tried the Switch Online Nintendo ports yet. So I tried it on there, and it was nice and easy and convenient for me to play, and yeah, hit select and then restarted the thing. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty nice, because I would imagine playing this game back in the 80s, you get fucking mad. You have to go and put a code in every time, and
Yeah, yeah. If it didn't have that feature, which it's also handy that when it's got unlimited continues, you only get like 4 or 5 lives per continue.
But you just keep on going.
Yeah, yeah. But you just hit continue. But the only thing that sucks is when you have to use a continue, it takes you back to the title screen, and you have to watch the little intro, and then you can press continue, and then it'll put you right back where you were.
I don't know what would be longer doing that or just inputting the code every time, so...
Yeah, I guess...
It's nice to have that little feature. They knew that this game was hard, and it takes a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to use the word trial and error. That's my word of the show, folks.
I think you're right, though. If you... I shouldn't be complaining about that, because if you had to put in a password every single time, you would waste so much time.
Oh, dude, look at the Mega Man password. You had to put like a fucking bingo grid in of dots.
Yeah, that's true. So some other things in the game, you can move these green blocks around, which can block enemies. And that's pretty much all.
Yeah, I mentioned those before. They're good for blocking, closing the skulls in so they don't come after you, or blocking the Don Medusa's shots. And
then you've got the arrows on the ground where you can only walk the direction that it's pointing.
Yeah, and you have to get so many hearts to unlock that power, because that's a special power, I guess.
Yeah, there's 3 different power-ups. So if you collect enough hearts or the correct hearts, I could never figure out which one it was. I've been playing this game for years, and it's just random to me. But anyways, there's 3 different power-ups. One of them, you can actually change the direction of one arrow. So you can, move a block through it or
go through it yourself.
Yeah, so there's that one. There's one
That's
where you can build a bridge.
Vote for worst power-up ever in a game. Changing an arrow.
I think you're right. On that one. There's one level where there's like 50 arrows that you can change. It is so hard. I played that level probably 20 times before I figured it out.
Yeah, that one seemed to be a big bitch and not fun.
I'll say that's so this entire playthrough, because honestly, all the years that I've been playing this, I've never beat it. Because usually I play about 10, 15 levels.
You got a small little infant brain. Couldn't wrap your mind around the Lolos.
It's one of those games, if I'm bored, it's something I can throw in real quick. And so I've never beat it. But out of the 50 levels, there are 50 levels. There's 10 floors with 5 levels each. Out of the 50 levels, I had to look up how to beat one of the puzzles. The rest of it, I use my little bit of brain power to...
Oh, your brain be strong.
No, not so much, no mores.
I think you just disproved my theory.
Anyways, yeah, so there's the bridge power-up also, where you can cross over some of the water. So that one can be a pain in the ass, too.
Yeah, because you got to pick... If you choose the wrong spot for the bridge to be built, you're fucked.
Yeah,
you got to start all over again. Like, yeah, it's totally frustrating. You're like, oh, I just got 3 hearts. I avoided all these fucking Don Medusas. Gonna build a bridge now, bridge to friendship, go get Lala. And nope, still got blue balls.
Well, then the last power-up is the most cryptic one.
The hammer?
It's just a hammer. Yeah. Now you can, there's these, in each level there's trees and these big boulder stone things. You can break any of them. It's just, I feel like it's cryptic because, oh, here's the hammer, just do it. You're like, well,
you thought it was hammer like breaks rock, because that's what we're told in video games.
Well, and it does.
And in life, because hammers don't break trees. I'd love to see someone try to chop down a tree with a fucking hammer.
I'm just saying, some of these puzzles, if you don't figure out which boulder you're supposed to knock down, it is such a pain in the ass. And you only get one. Like, you can only use it once. Each of these power-ups you can use once, and that's it. And it's not even every level that has them.
I think every one of these power-ups might be worst power-up ever. Listeners out there, let us know what's your worst power-up you've ever experienced in a video game.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear some of the answers, because this game has 3 of them.
Yeah, let us know on Twitter @SecretLevelsPod. I'd love to hear the worst power-ups of all time. But no, yeah, all three of them. This whole game is really cryptic because it just drops you, doesn't tell you what you're
I
doing.
had no clue what the fuck I was doing when I first started playing, man. You're like, oh, this game's great, man. You should play this.
Well, and it's just because I've played it so much, I guess, that I know how to play it. So I just assumed like, oh, it must be easy to catch on if I figured it out.
Oh, I was fucking cursing your name after the first, 10 minutes. Like, I know the first levels are easy, but, I don't know what the fuck I'm getting into. You're like, it's a puzzle game, so I'm expecting, Tetris or Dr. Mario, not a top-down fucking game where guys sleep on you, and you're like, ugh! I got frustrated very easily and early on in this game.
So I showed my 9-year-old how to play it, and he was doing pretty decent for the first couple of levels, and then, he gave up.
Fuck you, 9-year-old.
Well, and then I was making my playthrough through it, and he was like, man, you're so good. And that was just kind of building my ego, because I was like, yeah, I am a genius. I am making these puzzles do good things.
Oh, that's how I felt during freaking a Pang.
You get to show off for your child, and you feel like a badass.
Yeah, you demasculate them. Yeah, I am the alpha male.
That's right. I know puzzles. I can pop bubbles. So there's some other environmental things in each level. So if you see green patches, that's a flower bed. I didn't know that was a flower bed, and I didn't know what
I thought it was grass. I thought there was going to be a Pokemon that jumps out for me and I have to fight it during this game.
Well, see, there was one level where you had to lure one of those sleeper guys in front of a Medusa head. I don't know, whatever it was. And I could not figure it out, but there was a patch of grass in front of it. And anyways, I had to look that level up because I didn't know that the patch of grass, the enemies can't go inside that patch of grass, or the flower bed. They can't go in there.
Well, they kind of teach you that early on in the game, because that one guy, I forget what level it is, it's kind of early on, probably in the first 15 levels of it, where there's a guy down in the corner, you gotta sneak in and grab a heart and get out. And he can't go outside the grass, so that kind of taught me there that...
Oh, you're right. See, I didn't even pick up on that the armadillo one, he's stuck in the bottom left corner.
Yes.
Yep. See, I know exactly what you're talking about, and that never registered with me that that's what it was teaching me. Huh.
So maybe this game isn't as cryptic as we think. Just need a Canadian to show you the way.
Maybe it was just dumb luck that I got as far as I did without even before I had to look up that one video to show me that, oh, they can't hurt you in that grass.
Toby just stumbled his way through the whole game.
Yeah, that's right. So there's also the tan floor, which that's actually desert sand or something like that.
See, I thought that was fire.
Well, there is lava in some of the stages.
Oh, see, yeah, but there's ones that you can walk on though.
Yeah, it's sand. It slows you down.
Yeah, I thought that was fire. It was kind of reddish on my screen.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tannish brown color. I don't know.
Maybe I gotta change my colors.
Too. Maybe you're going colorblind or something. I don't know how that would work, going colorblind, but yeah, we'll go with it. Now, unlike the grass, the enemies can go into the sand. So if you're in the sand, enemies will get you. And then
it slows you down. That makes it like a danger spot.
Yeah, for sure.
The danger zone.
The danger zone.
Right into the danger zone. Dun, 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 dun. I never want to play Top Gun, by the way.
Oh, that may be a game of the month choice, and now everyone knows what to make you play.
Well, fuck, maybe I'll pick it and they'll pick one of my picks.
Oh, so we talked about it earlier, but if you put one of the enemies into an egg, you can push them in the water, and you can ride the egg around the map and stuff, so, yeah.
And you sing sticks while you're doing it. In the style of Cartman, of course. I already sang once on this show. Oh, there you go. Toby's got it. Son of a gus.
I like when he does it because he does it really fast.
Yeah, because he can't stop.
Yeah, he's like, "What's that start? I can't stop." Okay, so spoiler alert. Here's the warning. I'm gonna tell you how this ends. Just because it's ridiculous.
Worst boss fight ever.
There is no boss fight.
That's why I was saying worst
fight.
boss fight ever. You go up and shoot your seed at this guy. It wraps him up in your seed, and he goes, boom, gone. And then you get your bitch back.
It's stupid. So you do the last level, and then you walk through the door, and it's basically a cutscene that you don't even get to control to shoot him.
You want to fight the devil, man.
Right? So...
That's what the whole game is about, saving your bitch for the... Okay, let's put this into other circumstances here. You're playing Mario.
Right.
You're trying to save the princess. You go through all the levels, you go through all the hell, all the grinding, the harder shit near the end. You get to the final castle, goes to a cut screen of just like Mario jumping over Bowser, hitting the axe, dropping him in the lava. That's it. You don't get to do it. You don't get to feel the accomplishment of beating the game. That's what this game takes away from you, is that feeling. Sure, you solved 50 fucking puzzles. Good for you. You did not beat the devil.
Right.
They took that away from you, man. It's a terrible thing.
You're missing out on that satisfaction of, yes, I beat the big bad at the end.
No, the only thing you beat is your case of blue balls. Because you got Lolo back. Got your pink.
That's right. So the controls are pretty simple. I mean, it's just directions. It's like you're on a grid, sort of. So you can't...
Good old top-down. So you can't really fuck around with that. And they had it tight. Like, Hal knows their shit. So it was pretty good. The controls.
Yeah.
After I figured out the buttons of them. Because playing it on the Switch,
Right.
I was like, okay, which button does what right now? There's only two I got to figure out, so I'm tapping everything. Then I found them pretty easily.
It doesn't have the 8 directions. You can just move up, down, left, or right. So it's pretty straightforward.
They do work for what it is, so I can't fault them on that. It does what it's supposed to do.
Right. And let's talk about the music.
Oh, the one song?
The one song
that you hear over and over and over and over.
You know what? The first about 30 levels, I was fine with it. I don't know. It's not.
Dude, I was done with it after restarting one level like 5 times. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, I'll get to the next level and I hear new songs. I haven't played this game before. I didn't know it was the same song every 50 fucking levels.
I didn't, you know what? I honestly didn't even know that it wasn't, because usually when I play this game, because it's just a simple puzzle game, you don't have to listen for things. I've always kind of played music or done something else, had the TV on, you know.
Oh, I put music on shortly after figuring that shit out, because I was like, I'm not fucking with this right now, because I already am having a frustrating time with this game. And I'm not fucking with the same song over and over. Bubsy has better music than this.
Because Bubsy has music.
Yes.
There's more than one song.
I don't know where the fuck the funny went on this game. Why couldn't you have at least a song per every 5 levels?
Yeah. Or hell, if you had 5 songs and did one song each floor, you know, just so it would, you know, be different every single time. I don't know. Anyways.
I don't know. It infuriated me, man. Like, it's burnt into your head. No, Toby, I'm gonna punch you through a computer right now.
Well, like I said, I played about 30 levels or so before I was like, this is the same fucking song. Because I wasn't paying attention. Because you're kind of focusing. I'll give it that. You're focusing. You're not really paying attention to the song. But after hearing
it becomes background music. Your brain becomes dumb to it because you're so fucking pissed off about Don Medusa shooting you in the head and the sleeping fucking lizard dragons.
Well,
I can only imagine. You guys can only imagine what my rage meter is going to be on this one.
Well, I finally was like, I'm listening to the same bullshit over and over, so I turned it off. Kristen walked into the room, my wife, and she was like, why do you have this?
Oh, everyone congratulate Toby on his recent marriage, too, on Twitter.
Oh, thank you. I rescued my princess, Lala. And
he didn't have to fight a boss for it.
No.
I didn't have to just shoot one single shot at a boss.
No, you can shoot multiple shots now. You're married.
Well, anyway, she walked into the room and she was like, why do you have the sound off? And I was like, I can't stand that fucking song right now, because I think I was just frustrated at the time. But, I was like, it's the same fucking song through the entire game. I had no idea.
I don't think I've ever played a game before that has the same song for 50 fucking levels.
Right, yeah. Now, like I said, I've only probably gotten to level 20, 25 at most, probably, but usually it's like me playing it for 20, 30 minutes, and then I'm like, alright, got my fix, I'm gonna go to bed, or whatever, So, anything after level, let's just say 20, I had no idea what it was. So, again, didn't know that the song played through the entire fucking game.
Well, you gotta think, if they played it for the first 20 levels, they're not gonna change it at 25.
Right.
Maybe halfway through the game, they're gonna switch it up, and they give you some really cool music. Different song every level after 25. That's your reward for getting frustrated.
But is there anything else with the gameplay that you can think of?
No, just, we're gonna talk about the graphics a little bit if you want.
Yeah, they're alright.
They're 8-bit good, I wouldn't mind having, a perler art of the little blue Lolo. He looks cute. He's cool. In the last scene, him and Lala, yeah, they're a good pair, a good couple, cute. You look young kids, you're gonna have a great family growing up.
Well,
I'll never know, because I'm not touching Lolo 2 for a long time.
What's cool about this game and the look and style of it is it looks like it could be for a kid, but it doesn't look too childish to where a grown-up would be
put off by it.
Yeah, I really feel like it's that perfect medium ground. It's almost like a Kirby,
Yeah.
But it's got that feel of this looks like a kid could play it, but I
can't wait for Lolo Golf to come out.
Lolo's dream divorce.
Yes. And where there's no holes in it, because you get no satisfaction from it. Because there's no boss.
But I love this game, but I keep going back in my head now that we've talked about the one song. I just wish there was more than one song.
Oh, the Goobs Genius, hear you say wish.
Oh, holy hell. How you doing, Goobs Genie?
I'm doing splendid, Toby. How you doing, the handsome fellow Toby?
I'm a little brain dead after playing this game because I used my last brain muscle cell.
I wish I could put more music into this game, but that's a big wish that I can't grant. But I have a great one for you, though. If you want to skip listen to this song 49 times, Goobs Genie can grant you one wish to get to level 50. That's it.
Right.
The last level of this game. You can say you beat it. You didn't have to listen to the song 49 times. It's amazing.
Tell me, how do I get to this last level?
You gotta enter one simple code. Golf, Charlie, Victor, Tango, GCVT. And then you get right to the last level. Then you can fight that epic boss battle that never happens. Oh, wishes come at a price.
Oh. Well, thank you, Goobs Genie. That was real helpful. I wish I'd have known that before we would have sat down and played it.
Hey, Toby, I just rescued the princess and didn't fight anything. What's going on?
Oh, man, you're always 2 seconds too late to be around the Goobs Genie.
Yeah, well, what are you talking about?
It's nothing.
It always smells like sulfur when I come back.
Well, yeah, it's not worth talking about. How about I tell you about some fun facts?
I'd love to hear some fun facts. Welcome to Fun Facts with Toby.
So, we're going to talk about the price of this game. Did you look it up by chance?
No, I did not, because you always inform me, Toby. That's why you're here and beautiful.
Well, I want to know how much you think a loose copy American, because we're American, even though you're not American. Tell me how much you think this would cost you in the good old United States. Loose. No box, no manual. Just the game. Nintendo.
What I would pay for it?
Yes, what would you pay for this cartridge?
I know the price of Nintendo games are pretty expensive nowadays, and this one's pretty elusive from what I know, so I'll say $15.
Okay. Well, it's going for about $10.
Okay, it's not that far off. 15 up here.
Yeah, so $10 to $12, so you're in the ballpark.
Plus tax.
Now, yeah, well, there you go. So, what do you think a boxed version with the manual, with the game, full box set,
$20.
like your $20? It is actually going for around $30 to $35.
Well, I know someone didn't pay that recently.
Oh, yeah. So, quick story. Actually, so the funny thing is, I went to a video game store, one of the local ones around here, and he had just gotten a bunch of boxed video games. And I'm not really a box collector, but if I find them at a good price, I'll snag them. And I love this game. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy it because he had a nice box copy of it. And and I was talking to him and I was like, yeah. So I thought the price tag said $20.99. And when we checked it out, I was just bullshitting with him and talking, and I just swiped my card like a big shot and got outside and looked at my receipt, and I was like, wait a minute, that was $29.99. So I paid about what it's going for. But I thought I was getting it for a deal, so I was really excited. But I fucked up. I'm an asshole.
Well, you got a new box copy, and the box is pretty minty on it, so...
Yes, I'm very happy with it. The manual's got a little bend in it, but that's fine. I'm not worried about that. It's
from the fucking 80s, like...
Yeah, that's true. It's a couple years old.
It's older than you are. And it still looks much better than you.
Oh, come on now. This game came out 4 months after I was born, so give me a break.
4 months too late.
So, The Adventures of Lolo is based on a Japanese video game series called Eggerland.
Oh, that explains the eggs.
Yeah, exactly. See,
were you a chicken?
No, it's the same. It's the same sprites.
Damn
it's
it.
the same Lolo and Lala.
I was going to say, what the fuck you made me play this when I could have been a chicken?
So
called Clustercock.
That's a... Maybe we're making a game now.
Secret Levels presents Clustercock.
The Adventures of Clustercock.
Sir Cock. That's the name of the main chicken.
I was really working real hard in my brain, but it's fried from this game. But the joke I was about to say, I'm just going to throw the puzzle pieces out there. Someone else put it together. Clustercock is the boy hero, and Cat Pussy is the female. So there's the puzzle pieces. Make the joke. Everyone have a laugh.
Yeah, send some fan art.
So that Eggerland game is only for computers, from what I understood. And basically, this whole Adventures of Lolo is a compilation of the previous games of Eggerland.
Oh, so it's like a multiple cart series, and this is just like the hardest levels from it.
Well, I don't know if it's the hardest, but there is not one original level in this Adventures of Lolo. It's all from the Eggerland series.
Huh.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. There are 2 sequels that were made for the NES. There is The Adventures of Lolo 2, which was made in 1990, and The Adventures of Lolo 3, which was 1991. There is a Game Boy version that was released in 1994. And you can also see Lolo and Lala, which they have slightly different names. They go by Lolo Lo or something like that, and La La La. And you can find them in Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby Superstar, and Kirby's Avalanche as the villains.
That's where I recognize these fuckers.
Yeah. See, but like I said, they go by Lolo Lo and La La La,
fuck.
I think.
So that's so hard to figure out.
Right, and they're the bad guys.
It's like calling me Goobs and Toby. You never know them anymore. Sorry, it's my secret. The FBI made me go under a security watch or whatever the fuck they call it.
Damn it! Now I can't think of what it is.
Witness protection.
There you go.
And they're like, yeah, no, your name is Goobs Goobs now. They'll never recognize you. Just take your glasses off.
So did you ever watch the Homestar Runner website videos?
The cheat.
Yes, okay, so like Strong Bad and everything.
Yes.
Apparently, this game was mentioned in a Strong Bad email video.
The emails.
And it was called Bedtime Story. And
I remember that, actually.
He says something about he disapproves of the game, and the cheat's fictional friend, Moses Malone,
Yep.
tells him that he hopes he saved the receipt for that game. Or something like that. So
see, I knew I liked those guys.
So yeah, Homestar Runner. Shout out to Homestar Runner. I don't think that gets enough love anymore.
Trogdor.
Trogdor.
Everyone's like, what the fuck are these guys on tonight?
Yeah.
We're having fun, folks. Hope you are too.
Full cool drinks for full cool guys.
Light switch rave. Children.
Do yourself a favor and go Google or YouTube Homestar Runner as one word and see what we used to entertain ourselves with on the internet back in the early inter days.
The ugly one.
The ugly one. So, and the last fun fact I have is because I was just reaching for bullshit. One of the levels actually.
I'm happy you
looks
brought
like
a strong bad, man. That brought up memories.
Good memories, I hope.
Oh, great ones.
But yeah, the last fun fact I have is one of the levels looks like a giant Lolo. Dun, 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 dun.
That brought up bad memories. Where's that genie you speak of? I wish I never heard that.
Yeah. Rage meter?
Let's fucking do it. Let's rage!
Oh, come on!
So this is the patented Secret Levels Rage Meter, where we give a 1 to 10 scale rating of how pissed off this game makes us. 1 being, it doesn't make us mad at all.
10 being, you want to shove a pineapple up your ass backwards.
Yikes. I can't wait to see if you give it a 10 now. I'll know a little more about you.
Definitely not going to.
So, yeah, let me go first on my rage meter, because I know you got a little more frustration with this game. I'm only going to give this game a 3, because I really dig puzzle games like this, where you have to figure out, like, what goes where, this, that. It makes you really think. It's like those people that like crossword puzzles, you know? It's just, I'm not so good with words, so this is my kind of
Yeah, the smart people that are learned.
Yeah, exactly. So, the one level that pissed me off that I had to finally look up raged me out to about a 5 or a 6. But once I realized, oh, they can't go on the grass, I came back down off my ledge. So I'm only going to give this a rage of 3. I think it's a pretty relaxed playthrough. But again, I've been playing it for years, so nostalgia might be in the way of this rating, but I don't think it's
3.
as bad.
Oh, look at me, I'm calm Toby.
I do think it just tosses you in the game with no explanation of a damn thing. And I think that's
Hey, stop taking my rage away from me, man.
So yeah, 3. That's all I'm gonna say. 3. I'm done. You tell me how many.
I'm giving this game a solid, hardcore, not soft at all, a steamy 8. Shout out to our friends Interstate Gamers for that inspiration there. An 8. Because
8. Jeez, is that your highest one?
Probably.
For the rage meter. Ooh.
It was crunch time on this game because someone misplanned an episode. Not naming names. So it was crunch time. So crunch time, I'm game mode. Let's go. Jump into the game. Like I said before, no fucking clue what I'm getting into. Still don't have a fucking clue what I'm getting into. This game got super hard, super fast for me. I figured out some of the puzzles. It did feel rewarding. I'll give it that. Feel rewarding for some of the puzzles. You're like, okay, I did this. Now I'm in the shit again. I use a lot of lives. This game totally just threw me off balance. I don't know what happened. Normally I'm good at puzzle games. wasn't that great at this one. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. And it is what it is. Some games you're good at, some games you're not. I was not too pleasant at this game. And that's what really got me in the end of it. Because you figure something out, then you make one wrong move, and fucking that good old Dawn there, boom, gets you. Or the dragons that throw the fucking fire axes or whatever the fuck they're throwing at you, they get you. Sleeping fucker comes up, sleeps on you. Well, I'm hitting select now and trying again. Oh wait, I'm doing that again and again and again. 15 times later. Oh wait, I figured it out. I can manipulate the way I can manipulate the way he moves. And so now I don't have to do that anymore. And then I get hit by something. Or I got all the hearts. Or here comes all the skulls after me. Oh, I didn't put this one block in a specific place, and now I'm fucked because I didn't know that. I know it now, but it's a lot of, again, my favorite word of the show, trial and error.
Yep, there's a lot of it. There is a lot of it.
I can see there's an upside to this game. If you grew up with it, you can learn this over the years. Probably take me a few more that I'm not planning on using on this game, but it is what it is.
It is
Solid
what
8.
it is. Okay, well let's go ahead and move on over to our ratings, where we're going to give this game a solid rating of a 1 to 10, which 1 being, it's a weak game, you shouldn't play it, or 10, hey, we highly recommend it.
I'm going first, Toby.
Oh, okay.
I'm jumping in.
I'm scared to hear this. I really, really am scared to
Don't
hear
be
this
scared.
score.
Don't be scared.
Okay,
It's okay.
Here
Let's
we
just
go.
hold each
Give
other.
it to me.
Hold hands while we go into this. I'm giving it a 5 down the middle.
Oh, that's sad. Okay, explain yourself.
Graphics are decent. It's Nintendo. Controls are decent. It's Nintendo. I'm a big music guy. The music got to me hard. And if the game doesn't got great music, like everyone knows on this show, big fans of Mega Man, Mario, all that stuff, amazing music, classic, noteworthy music. Everyone knows it. You hear it, boom, you know what that's from. This, you only know what it's from because you're trying to shove your Q-tips in your ears that are lit on fire to burn it out of your brain. It gets quite annoying quite fast. There's no boss battles. We love boss battles here. We love a challenge here. Sure, I got my ass handed to me on the puzzles because I'm not that intelligent as most folks, but that's okay. Some 8-bit puzzlers are harder than others. Face me in Tetris and I'll teach you otherwise. Or that Dr. Mario's. Yeah, this game has a lot going for it. I can see why people love it. But fresh eyes on a playthrough of a game I was trying to crush and didn't really good. It's a 5. I'm sorry, man. I'm sticking with it. I'm not going up or down.
I understand, and I'm disappointed, but
I have no
understand.
nostalgia for this game.
Well, yeah, and I do. So that might be where I'm giving it a 7.5. Now, I still think a 7.5 is a great game. Like, 7.5 and up is a good game to me.
I could have went lower, to be honest with you. I gave it a 5 because I know your nostalgia took a hold of me. And I know people do enjoy this game a lot. Like, a lot of people really enjoy it, but I'm just being honest here. I'm being the critic that is Goose.
The things that make it to where it's not an 8 or higher, because I do love this game, is, you're right, no boss battles. That's a big turnoff. Even the last, where you're 50 levels deep into it and you're like, fuck yeah, I'm about to take out the devil. And you don't even get really anything. They took the satisfaction away from you. So that's a big mark against it. The music is obviously a mark against it. And then just, I shouldn't bitch about the continue thing, because you could have to put a password in every time. But man, that's annoying as well too. Like, I don't need to go to the intro scene every single time I die. So,
I didn't mind that, as we said before.
That it irritated me.
I almost
So,
raised it to a
anyways.
5.5, but then in my heart, I'm like, no, this game deserves a 5.
So I am going to give it a 7.5. So with our powers combined, we are giving it a 6.25 for the overall rating.
Not bad. It's worth a playthrough if you haven't played it before. And those people that love it, come at me, bro. At GoobsWN.
Finish him.
So this is the part of the show where you don't get to fight a boss either. You just listen to us talk and plug all of our other projects. So no bosses here. And we're going to talk about some of the other stuff that we do on the internets besides pose naked.
Yes, because me and Toby have other great stuff that's going on right now, and you should go check it out, because it's a lot of fun. And Toby, why don't you go first? You take the spotlight on this one, sir.
Well, I'm very appreciative of the spotlight. I am part of the Secret Transmission podcast, where we talk about paranormal, serial killers, conspiracies, cryptozoology, and all kinds of fun, silly willy stuff. We have a satire take on all the topics that we look at, so we're not wearing tinfoil hats at Secret Transmission. But you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at Secret Transpod. It's available on all the major podcasting platforms. You can follow me at Toby Von Doom on Twitter. And what about yourself, Goobs?
You can find me on Twitter at GoobsWN, and you can find my great show, The Derailers. Well, it's not my great show, it's my family's great show. It's my wonderful wife, Jenny Bean, and my best friend, Ripken, is pretty much like a brother to me. We sit down, we talk about random shit, we pick a topic very close to the time we record, do 3 minutes of research, and just let it rip. We share stories, we have a lot of fun, we come up with a lot of random ideas, superheroes, fucking animal hybrids. We have a story about a horse named Naysay, which has a fucking soldier's brain inside of a horse body, because what else would you want in life? Because that's amazing. It's like an old school radio show. There's all sorts of different segments on that show, because just keep coming fast and furious on that. We have a random box of random, too, because, you know, everyone needs a random box in their life. Hey!
Hey!
Hey-oh. But, yeah, go check out the Derailers, because we're a lot of fun. We're on everything, pretty much. And speaking of on everything, if you want to get on everything that is hardcore, men covered in spandex, women covered in spandex, in a ring that is square and has ropes around it, and the hardest part of it is on the outside of the ropes. It's right on the apron side. You won't get hit on that, because you'll get extremely hurt. But if you want to see some serious action inside a square circle, you gotta go check out Derailed Wrestling on YouTube. It's exactly how I said it, is how it's spelled. Derailed and Wrestling. WRASSLI''N. Go check it out. You're gonna see some great CAWs in a ring. Tons of podcasters. Tons of creative characters. And the mayhem will soon to follow. And will there be champions? Will there not be champions? Will there be bad guys? Yes, more than likely, because everyone's a heel in Derailed Wrestling, unless you cheer for them. But go check that out. That's also with Ripken. And you go follow him on Twitter at RipkenWN. Go do so. Great guy.
Well, Goobs, let's talk about our show, because, you know, we're special.
I took up 5 minutes, so I guess we could.
You can follow the Secret Levels podcast on Instagram and Twitter at Secret Levels Pod. You can also follow our Facebook page, which is Secret Levels Podcast. And then you can follow our group. Go join it.
Vote on what games you want us to play.
Yes, we have a game of the month. You can pick which game we're going to play at the end of the month.
Play along with us and send us your reviews on it. That'd be awesome to have like a little set up like a little email, so you can email us or DM us, and then we can read your review on the game that we played. That'd be great.
Yeah, so last month's game was Garfield Caught in the Act, and
yeah, thanks for that, guys. Appreciate it.
We don't know what the next one's going to be, so you pick it. Go to Secret Levels Group.
You pick it, we play it.
Yes, on Facebook. So join it and talk with us about video games. It's not just the game of the month. We talk about other stuff. But Goobs.
Yes, Toby.
Could you tell us I mean, if you wanted to support us, like you liked us, but you just didn't know how to tell us that you like us.
I'm not saying you have to, but you'd look way more better if you did. Because, like, everyone knows a Secret Levels t-shirt adds a +5 to your beautifulness in life.
And intelligence.
Yes, everything gives you a good aura around you. People want to come talk to you more. People want to be your friends and lovers. Because, like, you're going to be beating girls off with a stick, or men, if you wear a Secret Level shirt. Because they'll be like, whoa, that's a cool shirt. Like, where do you get that cool shirt? Like, I don't know, I'm too busy trying to have sex with you right now. And, like, you can go to www.tpublic.com/user/secret levels and put a wonderful shirt on your chest that will attract the opposite sex like no other shirt will.
And animals. Beware. The animals will...
Especially dolphins. Don't go swimming in the ocean with this shirt on, because dolphins known to get a little Bill Cosby. You don't want that in your life.
Yeah. Now, also, make sure you go to iTunes and leave us a review of however many stars you think we deserve. And, you know, you can say a couple good things or bad things about the show in the little comments thing.
Yeah, give us constructive criticism. Like, get rid of Goobs. And I'll be like, no. Then,
yeah, you can tell us what you want. We may or may not do it at all. But, hey, we want to hear it. We do.
yeah, I know. If you have a good idea for a segment or something, you know, just toss it right to us. Toss it in us. Because we're used to getting shit tossed into us. Lola just conquered 50 levels of mind-puzzling puzzles in order to get here and to save you, my pink princess. There's one thing standing between us right now, and that's this dastardly demon.
Not so fast, Lolo. I am the Great Devil. You will not pass me. All my puzzles were just the beginning of my pain and torture for you.
So this is the epic final stand. Lolo versus the devil.
Yes, and you will never be able to stop me. I will take over Eden, and I will kill you.
Luckily for me, I got one secret power in my back pocket. I'm gonna save Lala from your evil grasp.
Oh yeah?
Here, how about this egg?
Wait a minute. That's my weakness. That's, like, seriously my only weakness. You brought freaking eggs? Like, you could have brought, like, a sword, like, I'm invulnerable against swords, but you brought a fucking egg? I'm weak. Just keep that egg over there, man.
What, are you vegan or something, devil?
I actually am. Like, it's a life choice. Leave me alone. It's alright, but...
Well, in that case, get egged. I saved you, my princess.
But, you know, Great Devil wasn't that bad after all.
Game over, folks.